Alright, so now we're going to do the passenger side. Just I already untorqued all these, so that's why it looks so effortless. So we're going to do this driver's side. We've got a little bit more outdoor light coming in. Oh, look at that. Oh. There's lugs to the one side. Just slide our tie off. Easy peasy like that. And so over here is a longer setup that we're going to have to deal with. I have a cracked CV boot that's over here. Let's see, let's turn on some light. And so that way you can see all that. So cracked CV boot down there. We've got a new knuckle. You see all that oil, all that stuff like that. I will be replacing certain things up above that are causing that. Oh, by the way, look, there's a new fender on. That fender is mostly in place. You see some fitment issues right in here, right there, a little bit of fitment issues. But the idea is to get her as most in place as possible. But most of it is where it should be. Once again, if you remember, the bumper's been primered grey with black on top. The reason why is because that way, as imperfections are taken care of, you have high build primer, and that way we can clear it off and find it. So once we put a new headlight on and have it all aligned and everything right, then we'll be good. So let's start out with removing our crazy the nut that's over here. I'm going to put some penetrating oil on it. We'll get back to that. I'll show you how to get that done. Alright, so we're back on our other side. So what we've done is there's a nut and a lock ring, and we'll get to that later, but that's underneath. I basically already took care of those. I'll show those to you as I crawl back under the car. May have to lift up the car a little bit more just because I guess I'm getting fat. I don't know, but you know, it's just not enough room for me anymore. So we will we'll get in there. But first of all, this is the nut. It's locked. We're going to take care of that. We're going to do the grinding and cutting of this. And why we're cutting it down, of course, it's so that way we have an opportunity to break it and get it out. So, you know, let's see what we got. Oh, I'm not good enough. I was not centered. This way you can see some sparks. You see some excitement here. I'm just spinning out this part right here. We are getting a new axle and a new hub, so if I do mess this up a little bit, then, well, you know, it's going to be not that sad, not at all really. So let's see, can I get in there? Alright, let's see if I have another item that can get in there. Well, I don't know. Look at that. That's too thick still. So let's get more of it. And then let's see what we got now. Oh my, I just keep on putting things down and then don't remember where I put them. Why did I do that? All right. Let's see. I may make a special tool just for this kind of thing, but I believe I just need a flathead screwdriver, which somehow I left one on the other side of the garage. So I'll have to go over there. So sorry everyone. Yeah, it's just kind of one of those things. You don't think you're gonna just have these kind of problems all the time. Right, here we go. Alright. Actually, we're nearly there. So it just needs a little bit more of the grindy. Alright, let's see if we can break it. And she's up. There we are. So now we should be able to pull this bugger out and everything be nice and right. So I'm going to spray this down, PB blaster, and let me get my breaker bar, and then we are going to pull in an upward fashion as tight and hard as we can, and hopefully release this. Oh, I did forget a thing, didn't I? It's going to use this, and then let's do it again. Alright, these are notoriously hard to break, just because, well, if you remember, 217 is the torque, and there she goes. So I have broken it of its excitement. Oh boy, that was tough. You might have seen that this turned. Let me turn back on the light, so that way everyone can see where we're at. I apologise, because headlamp is what I think is you know, just bright enough, but for you at home, it may not be as bright. So there we are. She's good. Destroyed her off. They obviously in this kit that I just got from Parts Geek, from TRQ, they included not just one set of these, but they included 2 sets of these. So you know, I guess it's just in case, or it's because maybe they thought I was only going to buy the hub, and they only thought I was going to buy the axle. And so either way, you have to take this off, you have to destroy it, and it's just kind of nice of them to do that. You know, happy day for them, happy day for me, I guess. I get those extra things. So now it's time to take off. Brakes, put them on my pad of brake holding. Take off this tie rod here, and then take these bolts off and pull everything off again. Then once again, it is a matter of angst, I guess, angst and push and pull and everything, and then that's how I'm going to get this this thing off. Oh, look at that, that's nice already though. It's at least free here, and that's good. So we'll be right back. I'm probably going to take off some of these other things for you, just because you don't really care. You've already seen all this stuff before. I mean, you know, like why would you want to see more? I don't know. No, although you do have to go back if you do want to see more about how you do all this stuff. So just, you know, whoopity-doo. All right, so just figure that one out. All right, so we've removed everything as we should. Once again, this part is Oscar the Grouch. Rah! I love my trash and all that stuff like that. So I'm glad I bought two. So then I always buy two, just because. But this is probably the original part. She's been through some things. Still good enough to at least put back on the car. It's not like I'm going to be driving it anytime soon, craziness, anything like that. So what I'm going to do is, you're about to see me go under the car, and we're going to fix all the we're going to pull things out. I'm going to show you where that link is, because the thing is that this is a very long and heavy drive shaft, and so we're going to have to pop it out. There's a certain part, there's another certain part, there's another certain part, so that way I can get some light under here, and then that way you can see this. And I did raise up the car just a bit, so that way I could get in there, because I'm fat. I guess I'm feeling more fat than usual, but here we are. We'll get it done. All right, so we are underneath the car in a very tight spot, and you know, just that's one of those things. I'm trying to give you the best light possible. Look at this. So right here you can see there's a snap ring, and I have already undone it. So it was right here. I used my lovely pliers here. Right, where are they at? Right there. I used those, pinched it together, and then that was it. There's also a 14mm bolt right here, and that holds this bearing in. So what we're now about to do is, I'm probably about to smash the crap out of this and get this to see if I can't get it out. Otherwise I have to take another 14mm bolt that comes right here, right, I believe you can see it. It's right here. All right, so that will take this entire piece off. Oh, there's one up there too. So I don't know if you can see that one either. So we're underneath the car, and it's nasty and it's tight, and you know, it's about times like this that I wish I had a nice lift, but I do not have a nice lift. So I have this, and this is where I'm at. So I don't know if anyone knows how to get me a nice lift that I feel secure underneath, and everyone feels happy to see these tight areas and whatnot is going on. So you know, but I'll probably smash this out of there, because just tugging on it, things like that, it's not quite right. And then also, just to let you know, right here, so once I smashed out, it's gonna probably gonna have some transmission fluid coming right out of this area, so we'll have to probably have something underneath. I did have a wee bit come out earlier, so we'll see what we get. And then yeah, so I've taken you into the recesses of the vehicle, so that way you feel very I don't know, excited, all that stuff like that. So all right, okay, we'll be right back after I've smashed this thing out of the way, and yeah. All right, so this felt like one of the hardest things I've done, because it still doesn't want to budge, still doesn't want to come out of its hole. I at least have you can see all the way back there, maybe the transmission fluid is about to kind of do its thing. It's coming out, so that's good, but I'm not where I need to be, because I need this whole thing out. And there she is. Oh my. So that was That was wonderful. So here we are. So it is. So if you remember, I did have the idea of that this bearing here, this bearing hold here, had to probably come with me, and it has come with me. That was one of the situations. So it's because it is, oh, it's a bit rusted in there. So yeah, it's, whew. And this is so I'm fumbling about a bit, just letting you all know. The fumbling is purely because hammering and chiseling and banging and all that other stuff, you know, causes some you know, shortness of breath issues, things like that. So now it's time to get this free of its location and throw this away, put a new one on, clean this up, of course, this setup, and then we'll go on from there. Yay. Alright, so bunch of hammering, bunch of using chisel and everything like that, and I've freed it. So this was unbearable, quite like a terrible thing. So it took me a good 20 minutes or so for this. So I'm going to clean this up. Looks nasty in there, and put some anti-seize and whatever else, and we'll keep on going. But man, this was awful. Look at all the scars from me beating on it with the chisel and the hammer. So Bertha came in handy. Little Bertha came in, did some of it too. Just tap tip tap tap tip tip. So yeah, but this is nasty stuff. But we'll get this, and we'll put it back in. Hopefully everything slides right back in perfect and right as rain, but let's clean it up first. So I'm just cleaning this up, going to make it as nice as possible, because we're going to put some anti-seize on it, so that way we don't have to do this again. And then let's see what we got. Fairly clean, yeah, fairly clean. Still a bit of rust in certain areas, but that's why we're going to put anti-seize on it, and it should be fine. But this, yeah, this was a bunch of work. Some people probably have had some worse time with this, but yeah, I don't quite like this. I don't like that I could barely get that in there and then barely get it out and all this stuff. So yeah, it's not ideal. But we've got it clean. I'll probably go one more time through with the Scotch pad, make sure I get it as good as possible, and then it's time to put it on the other drive shaft, our new one, right over there. There it is, and hopefully she slides right in and she goes well, because this was terrible. I mean, you could see, look at the scars on this. I beat the crap out of it just to try to get out of there, and so yeah, or you know, beat the poop, whatever it is, whatever you would like to call it. So, and you can see that's where the ring goes. The ring goes right in there. That's to secure the bearing into location, and of course there's a screw right here to secure the bearing, and of course these are 3 more 14mm bolts that hold this up to the motor block. So yay for all of that. So hopefully I've not damaged this any which way, but hopefully we can get the other one in, no problems. Everything will be right as rain, and I'll install it and you get to see the install, and then hopefully we get to know that this car drives better. Well, I mean, of course we still have the control arm ball joints. Those are important, so we'll get that done. Thank you again for dealing with whatever I'm dealing with, enjoying my own pain, enjoying the pain with me, and yeah, that's what we do. Right, so we tapped this on. It was actually quite nice. Just tap, 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 and that was it. So we now have a brand new drive shaft to put on the car, in good shape. Everything looks really good. She's heavy, and so it's going to give me some fits just because I'm tired already. So what we're going to do is maybe let you all see my Vantage. Or maybe not, I have no idea. Is that better? I don't know. But we're going to put that drive shaft in. So hopefully she's nice to me. We'll see what happens. Oh, she's heavy. Ooh. Try not to scratch up anything as we go in. Need to make sure this is all set correctly. Because there's little nodes that were on this one right here. So alright, well, oh, you know what we forgot to do? I did all that, and I should have put the ring on, and now the ring is off. I'm gonna have to, I guess, tap it in place. So yeah, we'll tap it in from inside there. There's no reason to do what I'm doing. Yeah, I'll just do it in there, take it, twist it in there, that'll be fine. So right now it's just a matter of, can I get her in place? And so let's use a up down wrench. So seems to somewhat like that. Alright, let's see where we are with this, and we'll try to look at where we're at underneath. Maybe I'll take you with me, maybe not. I do need to, like I said, I need to put this ring on, so maybe just snap it on. I'll do all the rest, put those other bolts in. She'll be right as rain, no problems. Everyone will feel good. I'll just tell you about it. It's so much harder to put the camera in there underneath and hold you and hold, well, you know, like a hug, everyone, you know, just like that. Alright, so getting that in was quite a bit harder than I expected. We have specifically that brace way back, that brace with the clip in it back there, that was the problem. That is probably the worst situation I've ever had to deal with on a car, other than putting a new piece of glass in a BMW. And that was probably the worst. Sorry if I... Alright, so we've put that together. I did a different thing over here. So basically, what I've done is I've put this one, I'm going to replace this eventually, so you may or may not see that in a different video, just because it's such a small part. It's not really a big deal to me right now. I'm not driving the car all over the place. No one will be. So the idea is just that it can move, and that might be about the only thing this car can do. But yeah, we should be able to get to putting everything back in place. This will come off eventually via different ways. We now have our setup proper. I'm going to put my 30 millimeter star nut on. Just going to get that going. Make sure she's at least somewhat snug and in place. And then what we'll do is I'm going to put one of my bolts in this right here. And that way one of the bolts is going to be in place. That won't be too big of a deal. Let's make sure. Yeah. There you are. There's one through, so buckle my shoe. 3, 4, shut the door, all that stuff like that. Alright, so that's one in. We've got our setup nearly like we want. I'm going to put my tie rod in down here, and then I'm going to tighten that up. But we are basically done with this is the passenger side. Now I will let you all know that that specific area back there gave me the worst time ever. That right there, back there, that's the, I guess, mounting location for the bearing, and it was just it's quite awful. Not the best thing in the world, not what I would like. It was yeah, it just it sucked. It was terrible. So I recommend that if you have to do that, hopefully you have a bearing that just comes right out, and that's it. This one required lots of hammering, lots of push and bang and everything, and my arms are tired. My right arm probably going to have some I guess some squishy, my hands you know, had some issues where they're just kind of like, oh, my fingers, and this finger would do this, and yeah, just lots of issues there. But so yeah, we're going to put all this back together. You get to see that, and then that is a passenger side you know, drive shaft and bearing. So, and I think we actually look pretty darn good with this right now. Put this on here because we're going to need that in a minute. I'm going to do put a lug nut on the bottom. That way it secures it, keeps it flat, puts it in the right spot. I'll just do one more just for the you know, for you at home, so you can see. I just like to make sure that everything's straight as an arrow. Get that in there. So there we are. Look at that. Now I'm going to rotate this because I want that spline open area. I want that to be upward. So what I'm talking about is this part right here. So what I'm going to do is once I torque this to its appropriate torque, all right, what's going to happen is that I'm going to hit, so I'll, you know, show that I did that on the other side. That's already done. Yeah, it's just so that way you see what's going on. You see that's locked in place. It won't be finding its way back out, and that's important. You do not want something to, you know, you don't want the car to fall apart as it's driving. So we've rotated this. It's in the right place. I'm going to add the brake. Of course, like I said, we're going to do the place this in one of these slots, so that way I get the torque I need, and yeah, we're going to be good in just a minute. So now it's that time again. I just did my 22mm, so it's time for the big one. Well, where did I put the big one? I'm silly. Alright, so I'm starting out with missing the integral part to tighten this. For whatever reason, I kicked it. Oh no, I'm blind. That's what's going on. Alright, so I'm tired and obviously blind, and then remember this is 217 foot-pounds, I believe, so you know, go for that. There we are, and we have completed it. So what I'm going to do is I have a chisel, a heavy one. Sorry, I should have had that in my hand before I did all this, but it's a heavy one, and you place it just so, right here, and then you're going to hit it. And I have done such a thing to where what's happening is that I now have sealed this right there. So you see that spline right there? That means that, and so if you remember, I had to cut away. Well, that means that I will do that probably if, I mean, of course, if I have to change the axle again, we'd have to do that. But anyone else that changes this axle will have to deal with that. And yeah, so there we are. We've accomplished the axle, passenger side. Very extremely hard. I keep on, you know, communicating that that's what it is. FYI, I do have a bit of a cold, a sinusitis, or something like that. So I'm not feeling great, but I have accomplished everything. I've put my torque to 147 here. I've got my 217. I've done, you know, everything pretty much. But of course, what we have is we're going to change out this part right down here. So yeah, this has been a monster of a thing, but we did it all in one day. Had to eat lunch, had to do all those other things, but yeah, you know, just you know, that I would say of famous Axels, Axel Foley from Beverly Hills Cop, and of this one right here, this passenger side for the Camry. These are probably the two top axles available, Axel Foley and Axel on this car that, oh my goodness, this was terribly hard to do, but we got it done. And you know, bump, 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 you know, that kind of thing, whatever. I can't remember the Beverly Hills song, but this is BritFix, and yeah, enjoy your day, all that stuff like that. We're now right as rain, and that's all we need to be at, so happy day. So I did want to communicate. Look, I've got myself a garage. You know, yes, there's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. But I'm in a mess. You know, just because I'm working. You know. But I will be cleaning up soon. So you know, just we did some good cleaning and all that stuff like that, and I do need to organise that a little bit better. My paint over here. cleaners and whatnot, parts for my BMW. That's across the street. Let me see, is it over there? Yep, it's over there. It's right across the street. And then yeah. So by the way, yeah, it's about that time. Happy Mother's Day for everyone. So you know, here we are with a Camry, which is I don't know if, is this the Mother's Day special? Is this the proper, most especially special you know, car for Mother's Day? I don't know, but you know, hey, we're getting everything done. We're doing it. We're making headway. This car will be right as rain eventually. You know, paint and everything that's coming, I believe. We'll probably you know, do more than just, you know, crappy bits like this. But this is, you know, rust prevention and different things like that. We're just trying to you know, sand down and do some things, make sure that the car has some stuff going on. Gonna remove this Toyota, and remove this Camry LE. So eventually this car will be quite perfect, quite, well, not perfect, but quite good. And then, you know, someone's going to enjoy driving it as it carves around corners and does all the different things it's supposed to do. So, oh, look at that, we do have to paint this too. Look at that, it's terrible, it's faded. So we'll get that. So, all right, yeah, everyone, this is Mr. Brooklix, and you'll have a good one.